This week on Silver Screen, we take a look at Columbia's Pride Parade, District 5 Snack Pack Program volunteer work, and last Friday's homecoming game and court.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fort. Today is Friday, October 30th, and your Silver Screen report starts now.
350 volunteers came together on Sunday to produce more than 20,000 meals for the Community Snack Pack program. Maddie Mason was there.
A sea of red hair caps filled the Irmo cafeteria on Sunday afternoon as volunteers from different schools and organizations came together to create meals for District 5 Snack Pack program.
We are here today to empower 600 people to package 60,000 meals for the Snack Pack program right here in several school districts in the area.
I'm actually with an organization called Upsilon Omega Omega. It's an AKA chapter, and I'm a debutante, and we're volunteering today to help feed the 20,000 people.
We're expecting about 350 volunteers today. We have about 100 from our own school, and then we also have a number of community volunteers and service organizations that are joining us.
The volunteers teamed up to make lentil casseroles. The casserole is a healthy and filling option in the snack pack. The students will receive a lentil casserole every other week in their snack pack.
Snack Pack program in District 5 is for children who don't get enough to eat on the weekend. They're determined by the social workers and the guidance counselors, and every Friday they go home with a bag of food to tide them over. The first time we've ever done it, it's something we found out about. It is a lentil casserole. It will be the healthiest thing in the snack pack. So we're very excited about that. It'll also be the most expensive thing in the snack pack, but that's what it's about, is getting the right thing.
We have partnered with Mr. Stout, the Snack Pack program, and a couple of other organizations to, first of all, to host this event. They needed a space that was large enough to handle the number of volunteers and the kind of work that we were doing, and also for our students to be involved in it and to provide some community service opportunities for our students.
Volunteers agree that it is important to help students who need it the most.
District 5, Richland, Lexington, we're like a big family, and so, you know, helping out to those who aren't as fortunate as you is always good to, you know, give back.
One of the things that it has helped me to understand is how good people are in our community. When we go out to Walmart or to other, or BI-LO or different places where we do the food drives, we see the generosity of people, and we see how eager people are to contribute and to help their fellow citizens.
It's just a great feeling, and I guess the biggest feeling that the greatest feeling I get is from watching other people be empowered to make a difference. That's what's really neat about this whole process, is that other people can be involved and not just write a check, but actually do something with their hands.
This has been Maddie Mason with your Silver Screen Report.
Members of the LGBT community came together last Saturday for Columbia's annual Pride Day. Here's Caleb Hanna with more.
The annual SC Pride Festival was established in 1989, and the growing LGBT community has continued to celebrate it.
People have been gay since the beginning of time, and to make it a taboo is kind of ridiculous, especially because we make fun of it and we talk negatively about it.
Just to remind everyone that there's help out there and that there's a community if you're having troubles like coming out to your parents or anything. And also it's just a lot of fun for everyone to get together.
Because it shows that not everyone's alone, because that's mostly why a lot of people were kind of in the dark about their sexuality, because they didn't know that they had people to support them or be there for them to basically tell them you're not alone and have basically a support.
The community of both LGBT members and their allies celebrate through a parade, concert, and places to eat and buy Pride gear.
On Saturday we had the SC Columbia Pride Festival, and It was about celebrating LGBT plus people and people who support them, and just celebrating all that we've been through with the recent marriage legalization in all of the country and in South Carolina.
Saturday, a bunch of us from community and some friends all went downtown to go to Pride. And there we marched in a parade with a bunch of people from different places and with different backgrounds. And basically, it was more of a whole entire community of not only other people with different sexualities, but also straight people, all for one cause.
Dutch Ford High School is also taking a step to support the LGBT community by forming a community club open to everyone.
Community club is a club. Unity is emphasized in the name. I like to think we are a unifying force of diverse people within our student body that can promote acceptance and love and creativity and normalcy in our school.
I think it's important because there are people here who are bullied for being a certain sexuality, and it's not right to be bullied for your preference in general.
This has been Caleb Hanna with your Silver Screen Report.
Thursday, the newspaper, yearbook, literary magazine, and Silver Screen staffs attended the South Carolina Scholastic Press Association's Fall Conference at USC. We were there to check it out.
For the first time ever, the Fall SCSPA Conference was hosted at USC's School of Journalism last Thursday.
SCSPA is basically an organization where advisors and publications throughout the state can kind of collaborate, receive feedback on their work, and network to become better in their craft.
The South Carolina Scholastic Press Association is a conference for all the different schools, high school programs that study journalism in South Carolina. And they meet here at the University of South Carolina to kind of tutor each other, check each other, and also try to compete against other schools to see who's the best of the best.
It helps people get more familiar with what they want to do, and it's getting them a head start on college, but also it gives a lot of sessions about different types of journalism, like photography, mobile apps, videos.
Students can take a lot of knowledge back to their school by going to the classes offered at SCSPA.
I got my start here at SCSPA about 4 years ago, and I was able to work my way up and learn the different skills like editing, writing, and design.
I learned mainly about how to make it more appealing to an audience, like the magazine, as well as the different apps and things that you can use.
And also it allows them to form those relationships that they can use after high school.
The skills learned at SCSPA have long-term effects on both students and teachers.
Take those skills that I learned here, apply them to my publications in high school and in college, and be able to get really killer internships in San Francisco, Oklahoma, and I've even taken interviews for Forbes Top 100 companies. So it's really, really important that you try to hone these skills here, because they really, really help you develop skills professionally, even outside of journalism.
An idea of what to really do instead of just sitting in a classroom. You get to meet new people, different schools, and learn different ideas on what to do. Like one class I went to, they talked about contrast, and I learned new ideas there that I probably wouldn't have learned at school because they normally do it the same way.
Personally, as an advisor, when I came into my program, it was a weaker program, and then with working with people in SCSPA and the conference, it really helped build the program to where it is now.
This has been Sarah Emily Risch with your Silver Screen Report.
The SCSPA Awards ceremony, the literary magazine earned a superior rating and was named Most Improved, and the yearbook earned an All-State, the highest rating possible. The yearbook also won the Palmetto Award, making it the best yearbook in its class. Individual awards went to Karina Lehman, Carolyn Burdett, and Brittany Boone for the Lit Mag, and Jen Quinlan for yearbook.
Hey, Sarah Emily, speaking of awards, did you hear about Coach Barry Lindler winning the Regional Cross Country Award?
I did. Here's Adam Amick with a profile of the man, the myth, and the legend.
Recently, cross-country coach and engineering teacher at Dutch Fork, Barry Lindler, won the Region Coach of the Year.
Actually, it is an honor to be Region Coach of the Year, but it's really just a testament to our athletes. It's one of those recognitions for a coach if your team becomes region champion. So it really just speaks highly to our boys and girls teams.
Coach Lindler is very dedicated to his students, to his athletes. I see him put in a lot of extra time, a lot of planning on their schedules and their workouts and what's best for them. And I think he really does a lot to help them succeed.
First off, Coach Lindler is the best coach out there. He's worked with us incredibly hard, and we've trained very solid.
Lindler and his athletes have high expectations for the cross-country team.
He has the best workouts, I think. They're tailored to what we run.
One of the things that I really enjoy about coaching cross country is that family atmosphere that we have. And I really think that it's that atmosphere that helps contribute to their success. We all enjoy spending time with each other. I enjoy teaching and coaching these athletes. And it's just something that carries over. It's a work ethic, it's a feel, they all want to do well. And that's a concept that kind of permeates all throughout Dutch Fork. Academically, in our fine arts department, in our athletics department, in our music departments, everything just has that expectation of excellence. And that goes through our team as well.
Students and teachers enjoy Lindler's motivated and uplifting spirit on and off the track.
Coach Lindler, he's just an extremely caring guy, and he always wants the best for us individually and the team. And since I was in 7th grade, we've just always been able to communicate really well.
Coach Lindler is a good coach because he always motivates us and pushes us to do our best no matter what. Even if we have a bad race, he still believes in us.
I think Coach Lindler is a real asset to the school in a lot of ways beyond just being a coach. He's dedicated and done a lot for our students, our technology program. He works well with teachers, students, and just really gives a lot of himself to everything we do here every day.
This has been Adam Amick with your Silver Screen Report.
The SAT word of the week is accolade, a noun, meaning high praise or special distinction.
It may be Halloween tomorrow, and we might all have visions of scarfing down some candy tomorrow night, but that's not going to stop our own Thomas DeSetto from giving us some tips on being healthy.
Hey Silver Foxes, it's Thomas. Today I wanted to talk to you about some health tips that can help pretty much anyone in the school. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to talk about today was eating a good breakfast. If you eat a breakfast that jumpstarts your metabolism and gets your body moving so that you can burn more calories and fat. If you don't, you're going to be tired and you won't be burning calories. So some good examples of good breakfasts. You want to have 2 eggs. 2 eggs is great. Eggs have lots of protein that can help develop your muscles and just keep you going. Cereal has sugars to help keep you awake, and fruit is great because it has lots of vitamins, and fruit is always something healthy you can have pretty much at any time. While you're at school, walking to class, just try to walk faster. If you walk swiftly, your heart rate will get up faster and you'll burn more energy. If you have some free time before class and you're near a stairwell, you can run up and down the stairs a few times, just enough to get your heart rate going. You don't have to get exhausted. Alright, so let's be honest. We all watch a lot of television. In fact, the average American youth watches 900 hours of television a year. That's over a month's worth. Imagine if you were to do some light exercises during those commercials. Something like 10 push-ups or 5, running up and down the stairs 5 times whenever the commercials come on. That's a great way to just keep your metabolism going. And before you know it, you will be burning lots of weight. Just a way to make your time efficient. Instead of wasting time watching those commercials that you watch all day, make some use of that time. But don't just take this information from me.
The importance of eating a healthy breakfast is that it gives you energy to sustain you through the day. You'll do your very best at school if you have a good breakfast. It's best to have whole grains and fruit.
You need to eat at least something, some toast, some eggs, some proteins to maintain your body.
This has been Thomas DeSetto with your Silver Screen Report.
This week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students about their tips for staying healthy.
To stay healthy, I dance twice a week.
I run sometimes. I do cross country.
Play basketball, eat healthy a little, like eat a lot of pasta.
To stay healthy, I generally like to eat healthy, so like salads and cheese and making sure I have a balanced diet. But then I also like to go running at least twice a week just to keep my heart healthy.
And now let's throw it over to sports analyst Trey Martin with your Silver Screen Sports Report.
Thanks guys. Last Friday, the Dutch Fork football team suited up for a region battle with Spring Valley High School. Spectators gathered at Dutch Fork Stadium to watch the Silver Foxes take on the Vikings. The game began with junior Austin Connor taking the opening kickoff to the house to put Dutch Fork up 7-0. Spring Valley answered with a lengthy drive capped off by a 5-yard touchdown to tie the game at 7. Touchdowns by seniors Clayton Jones and Alec DeBoer put the Silver Foxes up 21-7 going into the half. A Dominique Benson interception opened the second half, setting up a Dutch Fork score. Senior Cole Douglas found Austin Connor for the touchdown to make it 27-7. Spring Valley and Dutch Fork both scored touchdowns to follow, making the score 34-14. After an unsuccessful onside kick by the Vikings, the Foxes were able to seal the 41-14 victory. With the win, Dutch Fork improved to 6-3 overall with a 2-1 region record. The Foxes are taking on the Westwood Redhawks tonight at home in a crucial game in deciding the region champion. The football team was not the only victor Friday night. At halftime, the homecoming king and queen were decided.
I was nominated to do Homecoming King by the Air Force ROTC. I'm honored that I won.
It was awesome. There was a lot of work put into it, you know, trying to represent your club and picking out a dress and everything. And so whenever they called my name out, it was such an awesome feeling to know that all the hard work paid off.
And now for a sports rundown. The Dutch Fork football team takes on the Westwood Redhawks tonight at home. Kickoff is at 7:30. The theme for the game is Halloween. The cheerleading team travels to Irmo High School to compete this Saturday. Cross country has state qualifiers this Saturday, and they will be competing for the state championship next Saturday. The basketball teams will be having a scrimmage at Cardinal Newman High School and Strom Thurmond High School on November 11th. The wrestling team continues to prepare for their first match at Dorman High School on November 24th. Now back to you guys.
Just in time for Halloween, the bestsellers class has some suggested spooky reads.
Christopher Pike's Chain Letter is a thriller that begins when a group of friends receives a menacing chain letter threatening to reveal their once sinful night to the world. Do not ignore this letter or you will suffer.
Shining by Stephen King is the story of Jack Torrance, his family, and a haunted hotel. Find out what happens when they get trapped there during a snowstorm.
Neil Schusterman's Everlost begins with a car accident that leaves two souls trapped between life and death. Will Nick and Allie get back to their normal lives or be stuck in the horrifying Everlost forest forever?
Stephen King's Carrie is about a girl who is bullied at school until she finds out she can control things with her mind, and she uses this to get revenge.
And now for some announcements. The National Art Honor Society is painting faces in the Commons during all 4 lunches today. The cost is only $1. Are you overstressed, anxious, worried, want to find peace and calm? See school counselor Teresa Farrell for information about mindfulness training, a new series of 30-minute sessions to start soon. The Red Cross will host a blood drive next Wednesday. Students can sign up through the end of 4th lunch today. Here's China with more.
Next ceremony, 1,567 students had 0 referrals and fewer than 4 tardies during the first quarter. Those students will receive their PBIS stickers during 3A today. Ask your teacher for yours. Don't forget, time changes tomorrow night. Set your clocks back 1 hour. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
I'm gonna do that again. That was really good. What the heck just happened?
Regional cross country. That was so close. Wait, did you hear about? Take it. It's okay. Sweet skin. Yeah. Now let's throw it. Oh. Throw it.
Let's throw it. Throw it.
Now let's throw it.
Oh.
What was it again? I just lost it.
Suggested spooky